What's going on this week in Nerf?
Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adriana, and this week I made a happy sandwich with heartwarming and wholesome stories on each end. So, stick around to the end for the second part of the heartwarming sandwich. Not heartburn, that's different. It's that time of year again, the Clownie Toy Drive 2020. And just like every year, Clownie Nerf hopes that you will open up your hearts and your wallets to donate some new, that means unused, unopened toys, to your favorite charitable foundation, whether that be a church, a shelter, Toys for Tots, Angel Tree, basically anything other than your standard thrift store like Goodwill or whatever. And he's trying to encourage you to do this by making it into a contest of some sorts and doing a drawing. So if you take a photo of you donating your new, again, unopened toy, take a photo of you doing it, and every toy you donate is an entry to a drawing. This year the prizes are a Nexus Pro and an Aeon Pro, so those are some pretty cool prizes. And of course, for a good cause for the children. The deadline for this is Christmas, and there's a link in the description to where you can upload those photos to Facebook to solidify your entries. And whether or not you participate in this contest, you should definitely donate to some good causes this year. I know it's been pretty rough on a lot of people, and I think if you have the means to be able to donate some new toys, you definitely should. The Rebelle Messenger is a pretty easy to mod blasters if the long list of mod guides is anything to go by. Essentially, it's a more beautiful, more ergonomic triad, despite that awful skeletonized grip. But now you can upgrade that spring to your heart's content without worrying about slicing through your hands with that awful grip, because Haphazardly Named has made a comfort grip. It's simple, but it's elegant, and it's available on Thingiverse with minimal hardware required. It actually looks pretty darn good, and it might make me actually mod this blaster now. Good work. DevilZ Nerfworks has moved away from Etsy to his own website, and it's going to be mostly focused on 3D printed accessories, though there are some upgrade springs and such on there as well. Everything that I've seen from him personally looks amazing. He seems super focused on precision, and his prints are super duper clean. I think the most interesting product on his website is his Fast Mag. For something that's so minimal, it's really surprising just how well it works. He also has some files on there for his concept pistol. If you want to give that a try, it's on a pay-what-you-want basis, which is very, very kind, and I hope people actually do pay him for it, because it looks pretty cool. So there's no photo of a patch on his website, but I think it'll look pretty slick. Though yours will probably be yellow and not rainbow. Mine's just extra pretty. The shop is located in Germany, so there may be some shipping weirdness for the US and Australia, because DHL shipping to residential addresses is a nightmare. But if that doesn't worry you at all, just head on to DevilZ Nerfworks.com. The link to that is in the description. There's a little bit of leaky news. There's not a whole lot to say about trademark applications most of the time, but I'll say it anyway. From Dart Zone, they filed an application for the MatrixFire. What does that mean? I have no idea. I just like knowing that there's more coming. But in leaks of a more substantial variety, the Ultra Amp leaked on Nerf HK fans on Facebook. This is a mag-fed flywheeler. You can see the rev trigger in this photo if the name Amp isn't enough for you. It comes with 6 darts, so the mag is presumably 6 capacity, which makes me a little bit curious if that Ultra Mag refill from last week is going to be 6 or a 10 capacity. That'll be interesting to see. The Ultra grips always look really, really small in photos, and I realize that I have been fooled before. I'm not quite used to the proportions of these blasters yet. But if this grip is the same as other ones that I've actually held, the blaster seems like it's probably pretty chonky. There's an end strike stock attachment point on the rear, which is awesome. I love the ability to customize blasters. Only one tack rail, not too bad. And there's a nice looking red dot inspired sight that's integrated to the front. I do wish that was removable, but red dots are pretty cool. So I guess I personally wouldn't remove it. I actually like this vertical foregrip. I think it looks like it's quite comfortable. I would prefer if it were removable or if it were angled and like flowed into the blaster better. I don't like how it looks, but it looks like it's probably comfortable to actually use. As far as the general shape of the blaster, I really do like it. It's a little chunky and aggressive. It's actually one of the nicer looking ones other than the 2, which is my favorite. The box claims that it gets 120 feet. Unless they've done something different than the other flywheelers that they've released in the Ultra line, that's a lie. I don't believe that for a single moment. But if you accept that it'll probably get more like 90 feet, the Walmart placeholder listing for this blaster shows it at about $30, so that's not awful. And now the second part of our feel-good Nerf sandwich. I know this year has been really lonely for a lot of us, and I think that the elderly are especially affected by this, so it feels extra good to see Nerf blasters bringing some joy. The Wickemacong Nursing Home in Canada set up a deer hunt after a resident mentioned that he really missed hunting for his family. So they set up a bunch of Christmas trees, and the staff dressed as deer and pranced around them, just being live targets as the residents got to plink at them with some blasters. I just think it's so cute. That's such a clever idea, and it's really nice that people care and are trying to make people feel better, a little less lonely, and just bring a little bit of togetherness in these rough times. And a community member helped to set up a similar event stateside. This is a turkey shoot to celebrate upcoming Thanksgiving. Of course, paper targets instead of live birds, but it's just so nice to see blasters bringing joy no matter how old you are, how young you are, and especially happy to see seniors being taken care of in such lonely times. I was just really happy to finally see some good news. And that brings us to the mod of the week, and I really don't want to feature the same people too often, but Rainbow Owl, just wow. This is the Sledge Fire. It's got classic hot rod shapes for the flames, with great masking, super clean, and amazing looking airbrushing. The weathering on the blaster is just enough that it doesn't look too new. Just the paint is incredible. As far as the body itself goes, there's extra storage attached on the side on rails that have been modified to be super duper slim, and I think that turned out really well. It looks like those extra shell carriers are supposed to be there, at least to me. And they're removable, which is awesome. There's also a secret feature. The last layer of the flame airbrushing is a UV reactive paint, so they get real glowy under UV light, and that's super cool. Really, I love everything about this blaster, and I'm a little bit sad that it's already a commission for somebody, or I might have made an offer myself if it wasn't already spoken for. It's just so cool. Thanks so much for sharing it. And that's all the news I have for this week. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, the links to everything that I talked about are down in the description. Like, subscribe, YouTube things. With the holidays coming up, let me know what you're looking forward to. If you're not able to actually see your family, what are you doing in place of it? Are you just having a nice night in with your cats, hanging out with your roommate, just chilling on Discord? Let me know. Let me know what makes you happy. Hopefully we can all have a really nice holiday this week. Bye, everybody.